What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now we're going to go over the charts and be ready for Monday. It's going to be super important, and these levels are going to be critical. It's going to be a battle between the NAS and the triple Qs to the sp500 and SPY. Now, there's going to be two outcomes next week that you need to pay attention to. It's going to decide a lot of the fate of the Mega 7 stocks, because if the sp500 goes to support, it's going to absolutely wreck every single Mega 7 stock. And if you bought calls or if you bought shares at that high, yeah, you're about to take a huge loss. So make sure you pay attention to the whole video. And guys, we're like a huge family. If you want to come in and learn how to do this one-on-one with me, guys, I train every single member with everything I possibly know. If you want to come in, I also post my own plays. If you want to come on and join our crypto channel, or we have literally a stock channel. We post our plays between crypto and then also stocks. So if you want to come in, jump on these easy plays. We hit 250% last week. So I'm going to actually have a class on Thursdays of this coming week. So if you're a paid member, you can come in the class and talk to me one-on-one. There's probably going to be about 20-30 people there. So it's going to be a really fun time. Everyone's really super respectful. So if you want to come in, the description of the video has the link of the Discord if you want to come in. All right, so let's get into this, right? Let me go ahead and pull up my indicators and my charts from 1928, and it's going to tell us everything about the market. Yep, it is. My indicator, my MACD that I renamed and called it Power Swings, or let me show you my charts from JP Morgan Bank. Yeah, none of that works. Stop following those YouTubers. So let's actually go into this and actually look at what's going on in the market. So right now it's about 11 o'clock at night, and the NAS is up about 70 points. So let's actually zoom in up like right here. So if we'll actually go right here, this orange line is calibrated to support exactly. All my lines, all my charts are calibrated on point. That's why I chart, because it literally goes down to literally cents, like the cents of a dollar, down to the support. So let's actually zoom in. Let's see what's going on. So it's about nighttime, and the NAS is actually below support, but I actually kind of want to talk about it, because tomorrow it's going to be really crucial, and definitely set alerts or something, or just memorize these levels. Now, right now it's closing time, and the NAS is actually rejecting off of that support. So if that holds, that's not going to be good for you bulls, because if this holds, that means the sp500 is probably going to take control and you'll go down deeper. Now, if the NAS can bounce above, which is not hard at all, like literally it's I would say it's about 70 points. That's nothing. So if the NAS actually rallies above this level of around 17,280, if it rallies above that, that's above support. Now let's actually go to the triple Qs, which it's not moving because it's nighttime, but it's going to be the exact same thing as the NAS. So the triple Qs is probably up to here around 417 right now as we speak, or probably around 416 or something like that. But either way, so tomorrow if the triple Qs does get above 418, that's going to be above support. So if that actually does happen, that means the NAS will be on support. That means the triple Qs will be on support. But that also means the sp500 is going to be on support. So let's actually pull up the sp500. Here's the chart for the sp500. Let me actually load the previous one so you can kind of grasp the drop, because this is actually a very, very, very big drop if this actually does happen, which honestly I don't think it's going to. I think we'll probably be more in for a bounce, mostly due to just, I don't know. It's really going to come down to the Mega 7 stocks, because you have a lot of them breaking, like the NAS, the NVDA, Amazon. They actually broke support. So since they're breaking support, that can actually hold. But you never know. They could bounce. It could just be a false breakout. It's really going to come down to the market. So check this out. So the sp500 is actually on support. So if you have the triple Qs, you have the NAS, you have the sp500 on support. Support is around 5,000 flat. We do have resistance around 5,130. So let's actually go to the SPY also. So SPY is actually on support. It's literally the same chart. So if we actually do hold right here on SPY of around 494, if that holds, and then if we hold between 506, then it's going to bounce. So just this coming week, you need to pay attention to those levels, because if those indexes hold, then that's just a clear sign. And let's back that up a little bit more. So this is actually the triple QE, and it is actually on support also. So just throwing that out there. The triple QE is the equal weight index for the Mega 7 stocks. So this sucker is on support. So, and it is actually breaking support on this channel, but I mean, honestly, that's not hard to get above 83.43. So if that gets above, then watch out. Now, what I've been talking about is the market loves to do this. It'll come down, it'll probably trade sideways for a little bit, and then it'll spring right back up, right above to this top right here, probably around here, something like that, and then it loves to give out again. So let's actually pull up the Mega 7 to, analyze that a little bit more so you can kind of understand. Now here's Meta. Now Meta is breaking support. So there's one Mega 7 stock breaking right so far. So if it holds below around 493, your next support's gonna be around 422. Now that's one Amazon stock, or one Mega 7 stock broken. Let's go to AMD. AMD actually did break also, but it's almost on support. So just throwing that out there. Now AMD does have support around 140, and then if we do rally, I would definitely look at 460. If it gets above 460, then you're looking at 208 or 206. So really, there's just one stock broken. Tesla is breaking. So just if it does get above around 148, your next level is gonna be around 176. That's if the indexes bounces, guys. Make sure you realize this. None of this is going to happen and bounce if we don't get if the triple Qs if the triple Qs and the Nasdaq doesn't hold, then yeah, we will go lower. But if the triple Qs holds and it bounces, this will turn into a false breakout. Now, if we do get above around 179 for Amazon, you're going to be back on the channel. Then 190 is going to be your resistance. But pay attention to these stocks, guys, because these breaking, this is all it takes. It's a chain reaction. So if this actually does drop, you're looking at around 160 on Amazon. And then on Apple, I don't know if Apple's going to break. I mean, I have a feeling it's probably going to be the last one to break, just because it's Apple and it just wants it to be like that. But we do have a support of around 166 and then a 157 support. If it breaks 157, watch out. Definitely set an alert for like 155. If that hits, then Apple is breaking. And Apple has really super aggressive, things, drops. Now, Microsoft is actually almost on support. So if we actually do drop, say, to like 393, so say if something like this, like say this coming week, Microsoft drops to like 393, right? Just, you need to watch out for something like this to happen, where it comes down, it'll have a really aggressive false breakout and comes right back up, and then probably hug this, and then have one big push and then fall back down like that. That's usually how it goes. So just be very careful in timing out these plays, because it's going to be critical. On Google is literally fighting for its life. If it does break below around 156, your next stop is going to be around 147. And then on NVDA, check this out. This is what I've been calling out for a while now, because NVDA's top was so obvious. It was doing a false breakout on its day chart. Now look at this. It's almost at support around 723. So just be very aware, because if it drops down to that level, it could find support. But if we blow through that support, we are definitely going to go lower in the triple Qs, and we will have around a 630 on NVDA. If you are buying calls right now and trying to buy this dip, you're literally straight gambling. I don't know what you're doing. And by the way, if you need help, if you are down on a trade right now, come join the Discord. I will help you personally. If it's something simple, you don't have to join membership. You can literally just come in and chill. But literally, it's a really cool Discord. I'm really happy. I spent about 3 years perfecting it and getting rid of the rats and the drama queens. So if you want to come in the Discord, the link is in the description. Now, let's actually talk about gold too. I do want to talk about gold because I haven't brought it up in a while. Now, on gold, it is still doing a huge false breakout. My charts are not changing on it. But here's one thing I do want to talk about is if it does get below this level of around 23.20, then watch out. Then you're going to have a next support around 22.30, and then your next support is going to be around 21.50. So set those alerts if you don't have them. I would definitely watch those levels. And then also next week, I really do want you to watch out for this. So if we ever do get a strong rally in puts, then we're probably going to bounce. If we get a strong calls, we're probably going to drop more. So make sure you're watching the PCC. It is a very good indicator, because if we get a strong push like this and push, the market's not going to pay out. It's going to bounce very, very quick and aggressive. Now, if you get a bunch of calls like this, yes, it's probably going to keep on dropping. That's just how the market works. I've learned it over years and years of trading. Let's actually talk about Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin actually is fighting at resistance right now on the smaller chart. Now, if it does break, it probably won't break until the indexes break if it does drop, but around 60K is going to be your support, and then resistance is around 64,750. But if it breaks that, then look at around 71 again for Bitcoin. And if this actually does happen, if Bitcoin is going to make a push like this, then what's probably going to happen is that means then the index has probably made a push. So it's either because the indexes bounced and made a huge push. So if the indexes do that, that's probably what Bitcoin's going to do. Well, I know it's going to do, because I understand Bitcoin. I'm not going to be one of those weird YouTubers and say, well, halving's coming up. So just throwing that out there. Now on DXY, you need to pay attention to DXY also. This can give a lot of leeway for the bulls also. So if this actually does reject and go to support, that's enough pressure to actually push the market back up. It's not going to be a crazy rally. I don't expect that. But if you do find support for DXY, 103.8 is going to be your support. And then also VIX. VIX is doing a huge, huge run. Man, I wish I had some cash to short this. Not financial advice on the whole entire video. Please don't copy me. But yeah, 21, 25. I mean, I would definitely wait to see what the sp500 is going to do. But VIX is doing a huge false breakout, and look what happens every time it does that. So just be very careful if you're doing calls. Don't get trapped into these VIX calls. I know it's fun. I know it's addicting because VIX likes to run really hard, but you need to, guys, you need to play it safe. It's going to be a crazy week, and it's going to come down to the NAS finding support and the triple Qs finding support. Because if they find support, then yes, the sp500 will bounce. But if the sp500 decides to go to its day channel support of around 4,800, that will actually crack the triple Qs into breaking this channel. And this channel right here, I've been warning you guys a long time. This channel is going to break. Now, if this does break, if the triple Qs does break this channel, that means all of the Mega 7 channels are going to break. So like Meta's channel, this channel right here is the exact same channel. So if the triple Qs channels break, this channel is going to break, and Meta is going to go down to the low 300s again. Or if you want to talk about Amazon, Amazon would probably go down to the low 100. If you want to talk about Tesla, you're looking at probably around $100 a share. If you want to talk about Amazon, we're talking about $100 a share. If you want to talk about Apple, you're probably talking about $130 a share. If you want to talk about Microsoft, you're probably looking at around a $280 in shares. If you want to talk about Google, you're probably looking at a $110. So be very, very careful putting your life savings into shares right now. It is not worth it. Don't do it. If you have somebody investing right now and they don't understand how to chart, send them this video. And if you've been a long time viewer, like the video. You know, it helps me out a ton. But let's get it. If you want to come in the Discord, we are going to aim for about 200-300% this coming week, and it's going to be glorious. So if you want to come join the crew, the link is in the description of the comments of the video, the link to the Discord. Let's get it.